This is Appetite for Life.
Chicago, Illinois is where I got a Windy City tutorial from two living legends, Mike Ditka and Buddy Guy. It's also the place I met Chef Umaru Kantu, the mastermind behind Moto Restaurant, where night after night, he and his staff take fine dining and flip it in a way that will absolutely blow your mind. This is thrilling for me. I wanted to spend some time with you in your kitchen for as long as you've been here. This is the icing on the cake for me.
Well, if there's bizarre foods on planet Earth, you're gonna find it here.
What came first for you? I'm assuming it was the passion for scrambling an egg, and then after that came, how do I unscramble it?
That's true. If I'm gonna serve you an egg, I'm gonna make sure that you remember that egg for the next 10 years.
Right.
Because it's gonna be unlike any egg you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So taking that philosophy, we'll run down a few dishes, a few things that are actually on the menu here tonight.
Right.
And we'll see if you forget them in 10 years. Starting over here, we have our edible menu. And typically when you start a meal, you get bread and butter.
Right.
Well, that's what we have here. So there's a little roasted garlic, some bread, and a little bit of ramp butter. Ramps are in season this time of year around Chicago.
Now hold on one second. So the menu is right there on the bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just want to make a memorable experience.
That's memorable.
Okay, next we're going to have some barbecue. So here we have a liquid nitrogen dewar. And,
What is this? A liquid nitrogen what?
Dewar.
Dewar.
Yeah, dewar is a vessel that holds liquid nitrogen. Think of
Okay.
it as like a giant coffee thermos.
Okay. How cold is that?
That's minus 273 degrees. What we're going to create here is a barbecue experience, because on the south side of Chicago, there's some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah.
And we have some charcoals.
Yeah.
This is actually white bread that's been pigmented black.
How do you pigment it?
Squiddy.
Squiddick.
So we have some braised pork that's been shredded up. The only thing missing here is going to be your charcoals. So we're going to give you this really twisted experience. And if you watch these charcoals, as they warm up, they start to turn white. So they're behaving like charcoal, but it's actually white bread.
That is absolutely superb. So just chomp on it. The bread actually puts that barbecue. I mean, it's like standing over a grill. The brilliance of this is that at the end of the day, it's a great barbecue pork sandwich. Wow. What's next?
All right. Well, if you like food that looks like something else, you're gonna love this. All right. So first, we're gonna make some ice cream. So this is just kind of like a cranberry ice cream. Just want to add like the final kind of secret ingredient, which is of course liquid nitrogen. So I've got some here, and this is literally gonna take less than a minute to make this ice cream. I found it's the best way. I've tried different ice cream machines. This takes the cake on all of them.
Oh, I'm with you.
Instead of slowly freezing, it goes from like completely frozen, and then as you warm it up,
have to warm it up.
yeah, as you warm it up, it kind of comes back into a smooth cream. So instead of just kind of freezing it in a bulk container, we're gonna make little torchon shapes out of this. We're gonna roll it up just a bit.
Yep.
And then we're gonna turn this into a hot dog. So it looks kind of like we're making sausage, right? So there we go, here's our ice cream sausage. All right, here's the sponge cake buns, right? This is kind of like an orange and sponge
mustard.
cake puree.
Yeah, yeah.
This is some chocolate that I've kind of fashioned into some ground beef here. So just to put on top, we're gonna mix a little bit of that in there. So it's kind of like chili, it's like a chili cheese dog.
Right, no, absolutely, absolutely.
So this
Because after all, we're in Chicago.
And so yeah, this is your chili cheese dessert hot dog.
God, I love you.
Oh, nice, I got the hug.
While you try to get your mind around that one, I'm gonna get in the car and I'm off to Waterbury, Vermont, where I'm gonna make apple cider donuts. I'm gonna blow glass, 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit, a little warmer than your little ice cream hijinks. And speaking of ice cream, I'm gonna make some the old-fashioned way, Ben and Jerry's style. You're not gonna wanna miss that. Oh, I'm taking this with me.